everybody? This is Lyrispect, and I'm here with GRB, good R&B producer and writer, Raphael Saadiq.
That's right.
We are at the TLA tonight. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Good.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good,
that's
actually.
what's up, then. We rolling.
All right, so with your Grammy-nominated album, The Way I See It, congratulations.
Thank you.
By the way. You really commit to more of a Motown, Philadelphia international sounding. How difficult was it to move in that direction and commit an entire album to that kind of music when what's really going on in music right now, what's more visible, is on the opposite end of the spectrum?
Well, it wasn't as hard as, people might want to make it, or as often as I hear that question, it wasn't really that hard at all. And if anybody followed anything that I do, I've been sort of whatever was out, I was always to the other side of that anyway. So it's just something I do very naturally. Some of the music that I've done are definitely inspired by, Philly cats, stylistics, Delphonics, and of course Motown and Stax. It's a lot of different people, but it's so many different people that I'm inspired by. It all comes out of me at some point. It just should. It's just I'm from a garage band of musicians. And so there's so much inside of me that I always wanted to do and put out. And in this climate that the industry is in now, it seems impossible to do it. But for me, I've always done it. I've always taken a risk. And I will say it is a risk, but I don't feel like it's a risk, but it is a risk because I have to take that to a company sometime that doesn't know what that's about.
True.
But I have fun doing it, and I've been very blessed and fortunate to be able to do what I do.
Well, speaking of risks, on the album you collaborate with a lot of different folk, everyone from Jay-Z to Josh Stone to Stevie Wonder, but there is a collaboration in there that a lot of people may not recognize if they're not music savvy. You worked with Funk Brother Jack Ashford.
Yeah, Jack.
Tell us a little bit about how that collaboration came about.
Well, Jack was like the glue to the project. The project was just about finished, and I actually called in Jack. I was like, I watched him on the Funk Brothers film, and I found that the ones that were still around, I would have had as many of them as I could, especially the piano player.
Yeah.
So I called Jack, and he came over and played vibes, tambourine, and bells and everything, and his magic, you can feel it. You get to listen to all the stories.
Yeah.
I love stories. His stories are really great about some of the great people I didn't get a chance to be around.
Okay.
And then I also called Paul Reiser, who did all the strings, not all the strings, but a lot of them since he was 18, right out of high school to college, right into Motown. So
Right.
I had two of the greats on the record.
Oh, that's excellent. I read in one of your previous interviews that, the Grammys are just something that comes along with it, but the real, you were saying, and you can help me paraphrase again, that a lot of that is commensurate for you, the accolades.
Yeah, it doesn't really mean anything. It's cool, because people go, the Grammy-nominated record, but honestly, I'm not bitter about it, but it's what it is. Yeah. It's more about the people that I play for, the people I'm in front of that enjoy it, and also if I did, win a Grammy, and it's good to be looked at by the Academy. The Academy is a great Academy, but for me, the reward is when you getting it back out of the speakers, when you're writing it, and once the song is done, and the sound is coming back at you, and you hear the music, and you hear it all together. Right. To me, that's the real reward.
Yeah. And I guess speaking of notoriety, you mentioned also that when you put this album together, you were interested in shopping the songs to different films.
Right.
And as we know, Secret Life of Bees had Keep on Marching.
But that was the first movie it was in, but then it was also in Tyler Perry's last film. Keep Marching was also in that film.
Okay.
And it's been in a lot of different, LA Law and Nip Tuck. Songs been all over. I just kind of want to do songs that could be licensed in film. I was always watching a lot of Quentin Tarantino movies and a lot of great movies, and I saw all these movies that I kept hearing the same songs, from Motown, Stax, all these great songs from the Mamas and the Papas. So I wanted to do a record that my music could be licensed in too. So.
Absolutely. So outside of being a musician, you're also a producer. So how does that work kind of differ for you? Is the process similar? Or?
The process is a little different. You have to work. You work with people. You have to deal with another person. It's always a little different, not harder, but a little different. And But I use sports analogies a lot, and I just feel like you have to be able to shoot from everywhere on the court if you're gonna be in the business that I'm in, and that's what I want to do. So I like producing, I like being an artist, I like it all. I even like film, you know.
So does that mean that eventually you might try to take on the project of producing an entire album for a film?
I've thought about it, and I want to one day, because I also look at people like Isaac Hayes and James Brown who did all 125th Street, and it's something that I'm inspired to do one day, for sure.
Cool. Great. Well, future projects?
Well, this group right here,
yes,
The Boogie, they're opening up for me tonight. It's a group that I just signed.
Nice.
Called The Boogie. They actually self-produced.
Nice.
I don't have to do anything but just show up. They're great. You know,
Nice.
so
Cool.
that's my next project.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time with us.
Thank you. Not a problem.
All right.